7685 Delta. We've crash landed on Golovin Bay, 5 miles from Golovin towards White Mountain. We need snow machines to come rescue us from Golovin. Pilot Chris McDonald, passenger Jeff Schultz. We have injuries. Pretty much verbatim what I said. And I must have said that 30 or more times over and over until it's a longer story that we have time for tonight. But finally a pilot came back to me, who really probably shouldn't have been flying anyway. And he came back to me and he ended up circling over us round and round until help got to us like an hour later. Snow machines did come rescue us. But I don't know if you could hear, my wife cracks up when she reads the part and knows what I said in the radio. Because if you hear all that, I said everything they needed to know and what I wanted to have happen. And she said, Jeff, you are such a control freak. You told them you wanted snow machines to come rescue you from Golovin as opposed to a Black Hawk from Nome or whatever. And sure enough, that's what ended up happening. Because it was a whiteout for them on the snow machines. When they, again, the pilot was circling around and around, waiting for us. This was back before GPSs were all that big of a deal. Fortunately, M.O. Olson, who's a professional pilot, he's passed away since then, professional pilot, he had a removable GPS in his plane in Golovin. He just happened to be there because it was his mother's 70th birthday party. Just happened to be there. So they rounded up snow machines, and the pilot that flew around me said, Jeff, can you see my strobe lights? I said, no. He said, well, then can you hear me? I said, yeah, I think I can hear you. He said, well, when I'm over the top of you, radio back that you can hear me. And he did that 3 times, trying to triangulate our position, which I couldn't. I mean, hearing an airplane, are you over the top of me? I don't know. You can't see him. That was pretty tough. But I radioed him. So he put in the coordinates, gave them to the people in Golovin. However many hours later, they radioed him and said, okay, we're out there where we are at where the coordinates are, but we don't see them. So the pilot radioed me back and said, is there anything you can do to light a fire or some way to signal them at night? You have a flashlight, something. So the pilot had a can of Blazo fuel for his catalytic heater to keep the plane warm at night. So he was in a sleeping bag by this time. I had put an ace bandage on his head because he was almost scalped. He ended up having 100 stitches on his head. But in any case, I put this, just doused his catalytic heater with this Blazo fuel and took my strike anywhere matches that I've carried forever with me. And I struck one, it didn't work, struck 2. None of them worked. Chris, do you have any? He says, I got a big lighter. He had a big lighter. I just turned it upside down, didn't care if it burned me or not. And whoosh, this 4-foot flame flies up. And within 5 seconds, there's 4 snow machine lights. Pretty sweet deal.
So when was this taken? And who
This
took
was
it?
taken in 1992. This is
How soon after the crash?
This was taken